First leg, Michael Smith to throw first. Game on.
And Michael Smith has the advantage of throwing first as he takes on the best player in the world for £25,000 and the Austrian Darts Open title. I'm Dan Dawson, Paul the Asset Nicholson in commentary for the final with me.
George Noble's got his hands full in this final because it's going to be fast and furious. But at the end of every leg, he's got to say
97.
game shot in the whatever leg to Michael such and then their full name to start the leg as well, because we've got two Michaels playing each other.
93.
And you mentioned to me, Dan, before this game started, that if Michael Smith wins this match, it's quite a momentous
60.
thing for him to do in the world rankings.
Yes, it really is. I mean, obviously, there's £25,000 at stake. There is a 5th European Tour title for Michael Smith at stake. But a victory
98.
here would move him not only above Raymond van Barneveld, but above, for the first time in his career, Phil the Power Taylor.
58.
Michael Smith would go into number 9 in the world rankings, pushing the Power to the 10th spot. I'm not sure if Michael is
98.
aware of that. I know that Michael is a player who does look at rankings. He was immediately in Gibraltar. He's like, I think that puts me in the top 10, doesn't it? Before we'd even done the maths. As MVG fires in the first maximum of this final.
112.
Michael Smith to 112, 12 tops for the first leg.
72. Michael, you require 106.
Will it be 286 points and 6 darts for Van Gerwen? It could well be. Tops again.
66.
Got the same amount over the top.
Michael, you require
Both men missing pretty high in darts terms. But tops is there for Michael Smith. Second bite of the cherry is enough for him.
You get the feeling, Dan, that Michael Smith actually relishes playing against MVG?
I think he does, and he doesn't.
93.
Michael Smith obviously has those 2 wins in finals on the Euro Tour, and to be able to beat Michael van Gerwen in one final, let alone 2,
55.
is, you know, talk about feather in your cap. However, since that win last time out,
134.
when they met in a final back in September 2015, Michael van Gerwen has had Michael Smith on his naughty list and been dishing out batterings. But Smith, the bully boy, is going toe-to-toe with him here.
He obviously doesn't want to be on that naughty list anymore. He wants to be on the. He wants to make Michael van Gerwen on his naughty list.
He's in again and again.
140.
126 left from Michael Smith. He's going to get a poke at that for a break of throw and a 2-0 lead.
59. Michael,
This is how you play him.
126.
Get in front. Tricky dart now. Yeah, it was a blocker.
86.
He's lined it up perfectly.
57.
Pressure's on the man in green.
Not going to happen for MVG, who could be about to go
93.
2-0 down here.
Michael, 40.
And that's exactly what's happened. A 13 darter and Michael Smith. Everything is going according to plan for the bully boy right now. MVG has just come out of the semi-finals where he averaged 115 and a half against Cristo Reyes, the highest average we've ever seen at the Austrian Darts Open and among the highest averages ever seen on the European Tour in its 5-year history. But he fires in a second 180. At no point are you ever safe against Michael van Gerwen. You could be 5-0 up
60.
and have 3-match darts in your hand. But as long as MVG is walking to the hockey, he can do things. Oh, we even gave him the slow
100.
zoom in. We thought it was on. Just the 4 perfect darts.
You mentioned the record average in the Austria Darts Open because it was Michael Smith's record.
It was, yes.
86.
He probably found out in the practice room, you stole my record.
57.
Well, I remember when Michael Smith beat MVG in the most recent of those Euro Tour finals, 6-2. And
100.
it was the complete performance from Smith. They were big finish. I think he might have taken that 3 or 4, possibly ton-plus checkout. He may have to do something similar here today.
92. Michael, 155.
And this could be one of them. It could be one of them. Oh, needed a treble 19.
139.
Let's not forget that Michael van Gerwen doesn't mind playing
72.
against Michael Smith either, because when he had the world record average, he was playing against Michael Smith.
He was. 1 dart.
Why didn't he go 16? It's the World Championship winning shot, 72. That's why he knows what he wants.
Michael van Gerwen.
You don't go up to a menu in a restaurant and say,
Full flag, Michael,
how would you
throw
pick?
first.
I'm the man in charge. I'll go for what I want as long as it's 72.
Rueful look from Michael Smith there, who was itching to get back to the hockey and try and take out a small checkout for a 3-0 lead.
60.
But he has been broken back here by the world number one. He's in again.
99.
This is the 99. Yeah, the victories that Michael Van Gerwen has reeled off in the last few meetings with Michael Smith.
140.
I mean, he beat him in his first ever major semi-final. Michael Smith made the semi-final of the Grand Slam of darts, and he was beaten 16-6. 10-leg margin of victory. He was beaten 10-3 in the Masters at the start of the following year. 6-0 on the Pro Tour in one of UK Open qualifiers. That match you talked about in the Premier League, 7-1 with 123.4 average.
That last 140 from Michael Smith was sick.
161.
Couldn't see the treble and still hit it twice. That is the talent of this boy.
60. Michael, you require 82.
Well, 82 for a level game. Oh. Double eight. Oh,
66.
now then. Once again, Michael Smith looks at a ton plus checkout. This will be for another breaker throw.
This is big. This is massive.
81.
Not in though. Tries to
Michael,
save
you
himself
require
a tops,
16.
but it's already gone. Double eight for Van Gerwen.
And
we're all level. Here comes the aggression of the green machine.
First. Game on.
Well, of course, Michael Smith,
100.
still sort of, mentor isn't the right word, but Gary Anderson has had a guiding hand in his career. And it's Gary Anderson who has been most likely to stop Michael Van Gerwen in finals of late. Managed to do it in Dubai in that incredible final where they both averaged 110.
81.
Can Michael Smith take a leaf out of the Flying Scotsman book? Do
93.
something similar here.
He might be one of the few people that has that book.
100.
Seen off Chris Quantock, Jelle Klaassen, Mervyn King and Joe Cullen to reach the final. Michael Smith. 3 seeded players in there. MVG, the only seeded player was beat was
123.
Christo Reyes, and my word did he beat him with 115 average. Michael Van Gerwen has only dropped 6 legs.
134.
coming up to this final. That's
151.
weekend.
Might get another leg here. 54. So close.
111.
That took the referee by
86.
surprise. That's saying something with the experience that George has got. 18. Bullseye to get in the lead. Oh, it's right in the middle.
On the back from Michael Smith in the dead centre of the bullseye. 3-2 to the bully boy.
70.
I guarantee you I heard a little bit of that celebration before it even hit the board. He knew it was in as soon as it left his fingers.
70.
Identical visits there, these two, to kick off this 6th leg.
Having a game of beat the score and nobody beat the score.
Well, the bully boy will want to follow that one. Maximum for MVG. It's a 3rd for the world number 1. Oh, not quite following it.
140.
That 99 averages the pair of them. Smith just pushing up to 100 now.
164.
164 from Michael Van Gerwen. What a setup shot. It's
The highest finish of the weekend. It isn't the highest finish of the weekend.
180, 164,
100.
leaves
87.
87. Do it in 2 darts? Well, it won't be 2. And he has a look at the score. Michael Smith not on a finish, so he doesn't need to go 20 ball. So just go that route. Double 8. There you go. 87 seen off. 3 all. 12 darter.
Allow me to tip my hat not just to the brilliance of Michael Van Gerwen, but the crowd here that is giving impeccable order and respect to both of these competitors.
It's gripping. You just can't wait to see what these two are going to do next. We have a real competitive final here. Michael Van Gerwen, that performance in the semi-final against Christo Reyes. You know, there was a chance that Michael Van Gerwen could come out and do similar. And hear the reaction of the crowd as Michael Smith Robin Hoods his dart there.
That could well be the difference between these two players in this match. That one dart could change a lot. Michael Smith, Robin Hood's
57.
one, gets a low score. Van Gerwen hits a 180. Look what he's doing now. He wants to get some distance between the two.
133.
50 left. 54 left after 9 darts.
Needs a treble. Gets the treble. He's down to a finish. He's at
144.
least asked Van Gerwen the question.
34.
And he does not have the answer. Now this would be the shot of the weekend in the final to prevent MVG breaking him. Oh my word! Michael Smith pulled it out from the back from nowhere.
Well, I've told a lot of people to take a bow this weekend.
99.
Would allow this crowd to give one hell of an applause for Bully Boy. One of the best shots you will see in all of 2017.
Iron ring stuff, playing the best player in the world
140.
in the final. Van Gerwen had already missed 2 darts to break him, and he smashes in the 170, and once again it was dead centre the middle of the bullseye.
140.
Michael Smith must be seeing the ball like a dinner plate right now.
Last year, when Michael Van Gerwen was in a real tear-up with Kyle Anderson, Kyle Anderson kept hitting the bull.
It was Kyle Anderson who knocked Michael Van
98.
Gerwen out of this tournament last year, and he did so with 3 bullseye finishes. But I'm not sure any of them were quite as spectacular
86.
or high stakes as that.
164.
That was much better. Van Gerwen's bounced back well, though.
140.
Very, very well. Double 12 left after 12. How much is it going to count that Michael Smith won the bull?
Double 12 has to go. And it
It's
does
on to
go.
the end there.
And Michael Van Gerwen brings himself back level again for a piece.
Game
It's a
on.
best of 3 game for £25,000 and the title of the Austrian Darts Open. Look at this.
140.
Couple of 16 darters, 1 12 darter, everything else in 13, 14 and 15 darts. High quality, high stakes, high drama,
134.
with both men averaging over 100.
Well, they're both comfortable playing games like this.
60.
Plus average stuff. Van Gerwen, yes, has been better at the start, but Michael Smith has been exceptional at the end.
57.
Well, it is dart for dart here. Every time they go to the board and don't come away with at least a ton, they feel that they're letting it
44.
slip away. The quality has been such, but it's tons minimum they need to be getting. And that ton 40 leaves 170 for Michael Van Gerwen, and wouldn't be just like MVG to fire a maximum checkout back.
140.
Well, he's going for the most incredible touche you will ever see. Not going to get it. Might leave 36 though. Does.
134.
Pressure on, Bully Boy.
117.
This 117 is just as big as the 170. Will it be the same result for tops? No, it
97.
dips at the end.
Michael
Van Gerwen
36.
for a vital break in this final.
That could be
Michael
the
Van
blow
Gerwen.
from which Michael Smith does not recover. He was threatening to break in the 7th leg. Smith pulled out the 170 checkout to save his skin, but he couldn't repeat the trick with the 117, and Van Gerwen does get the break of throw that he needs.
So Michael
59.
Smith, 2 legs. With absolute perfection, that's what you need. Michael Van Gerwen has given you a
60.
59, and that's all you're going to get, really. Won't give you any less than that.
100.
Unfortunately, Michael Smith did not take advantage of it.
He is not out of this, Michael Smith. He is quite capable of producing more moments and matches,
97.
but he needs them now. And he has to hope that Michael Van Gerwen doesn't do something extraordinary himself.
96.
We're at that point. It's not all about 180s and 177s. It's about 2 triple visits to become just as good.
Michael
Michael Van Gerwen can smell that title. It is 110 points away. Well, the bully boy is just
140.
70 away from taking us to a deciding leg where he
110.
would have the throw. But will he get a go at the 70? He will get a go, and it has to go.
56.
Michael Smith.
Mind you advise 70.
Take this out, and surely he's favourite for the title. And he gets 2 darts. Double 4. And it's there! Nobody says Michael Smith has dragged himself back up off the canvas,
Final leg.
breaks back, and will have the throw in the deciding final leg.
Michael Smith to
One
throw
leg
first. Game
between
on.
these two mammoth talented players to see who takes this title.
60.
Michael Smith with clutch stuff to give himself the chance. It's all about the nerves and the edge now. What a recovery from MVG.
121.
And listen to the crowd, their reaction when that one went in. They are hanging on every single dart of this final. It's been a
140.
gripping one.
That's a final to befit this championship.
140.
He has his nose in front, Michael Van Gerwen, but is it enough?
Needs a 1-3-4. Not going to get it. But that's a
93.
clutch treble 18. Just in case there's a mistake and I can't see it. Here he comes.
140.
It's not the maximum, but it leaves him a 2-darter. Michael Van Gerwen, the world #1, on an 11-darter in a deciding leg to break and claim the title. This is what he does, but Smith has left himself 68.
100.
Amazing stuff. The title on the line. Will Van Gerwen be the champion? Yes, he is in a great final. It's all over. The 2017 Austrian Darts Open winner is MVG in a classic with Michael Smith.
An absolute classic. Michael Van Gerwen with 105 average. Look at that celebration and tell me that did not mean the world to MVG. It's a 17th Euro Tour title for Michael Van Gerwen, but that must have felt just as good as each of the previous 16.